Hey everyone, it's George from Slightly Mediocre, and today we're playing Child of Light. I seen this Little Gems trailer not too long ago, and a few screenshots, and honestly, I had to pick it up. It just looks like a gorgeous game. The art style looks beautiful, the colors are vibrant, and it has a little, well, I guess you'd say a surreal quality to it, but that's probably because she's in a coma, right? The way the game starts is she becomes extremely frigid one night and slips into a coma. The way I read it the first time, it sounded like she died, but I think it's just a coma. I'm not sure. I'd have to check it out again, but that doesn't really matter. So yeah, it's made by Ubisoft. I kind of like that company. They're pretty cool. And yeah, in this playthrough, I'm pretty much going to cut the videos like this. Every time we introduce a new monster, I will show the full battle from the start to finish, killing blow, everything in between. But when you see the same battle again in the future, like the same enemy or enemies, so if it's more than one of the same, what I'm likely going to do is you're just going to see the killing blow. Main reason is because I don't think you want to watch the whole battle over and over again. Being an RPG and a turn-based combat system, it might get a little dull. However, boss fights, of course, will be fully included, and sometimes it might just include the quick fight if it doesn't take too long. So yeah, this little part here when you're pushing the block and stuff, kind of made the relation to Limbo kind of strange there, I know, but right away that's what I thought of, like when you get into the boat, or off the boat I should say, and then pull it towards and jump up a ledge. So you'll notice in this area, at least in the first stage, you're going to hit a lot of areas like this where you can't reach yet. You go back and you might find a gem or a potion in one of those treasure chunks that you see right behind that wolf-like creature. At first, I'm kind of, I guess you'd say, slow to the controls. I'm doing mouse keyboard, and as you can tell, I'm not playing quickly. I'm still kind of getting the feel of it. It's not difficult. It's just sometimes I have slow days. In this case, I was playing a little bit late, and I want to use that as an excuse, but let's be realistic. It was probably just me being myself. Alright. And it's kind of cute, this whole game, as you go, it's pretty much in rhyme, and I don't know, it's just, like I said, kind of cute. It's also a puzzle-style game, a platformer, as well as your turn-based RPG. I kind of like that. It mixes a couple different genres of video games into one, and honestly, it just, it works. In this case, this game is very pretty. The soundtrack, the art style, is just really good looking. This guy, he's essentially your mouse cursor, the little wisp firefly. Cute as hell, isn't he? He absolutely is, 100%. Her supper must have been so dense that she is having a bad dream. See, I didn't even say who the protagonist is. You're Aurora, a little redhead there. Princess she is. Alright. Yes, yes, yes. Chatter, chatter, chatter. Skin like moths, gleaming eyes. Yay. Alright, you're off to see the seer, the wonderful seer of... well, it doesn't really work. Alright. So as you can tell, I'm just kind of clicking, seeing what the control's like. I'm going to blind you here in a second. Yeah. Sorry if I caused any sort of seizures there. Look at that giant in the background. Love it. Every foot stomp, your screen shakes. These little flowers, these plants, they're apparently wishes. And they're very tasty according to the little firefly guy. When you go over them, you essentially get more energy for him, and if you collect all of them in a row like that, you also get health as well as MP. See the little green and purple there? Yeah, just collected. You're going to need those later on for sure. See, and there's another row that I just collected, bam bam, and there's the health and MP as well. First starting, I don't really pay attention to that stuff too much, so I just kind of go past it. Moving here, this is like the very first puzzle you see, and it is pretty easy. Of course, it took me a second to understand what was going on because, you know, I have my special days. Alright. Sir Firefly, ignite your rear. Whoa, I barely know you. Do it and I'll show you. That's kind of creepy. She's creepy, man. Alright, so it even says right there, cast a shadow. I'm like, oh, that's neat, that's cute. Took me a second. Okay, there we go, and boom, the door opens, everyone's happy. In games, I usually like to kind of explore the area instead of just taking the linear path. So far, with what I played in this game, it seems quite linear. There's a little bit of open-endedness, but not a whole lot. And that's fine. I mean, it's still a fun game. And there is King Arthur's sword. You pull it from the stone, and boom, you have your first weapon. That's pretty much going to be your primary attack. And after they talk for X amount of time, here we go. Hell yeah. Pulling out that sword, she becomes 100% qualified badass and ready to slay the hell out of anything she finds. Speaking of which, how convenient. Fortunately, I wield a sword in the stream. That's what I imagine it works actually. So yeah, down there, it's kind of the tutorial, seeing as we just started. I'm kind of clicking a bunch. I didn't realize I can use my keyboard to press enter to actually use act. I just kind of, yeah, clicked it for a bit. So down there you'll see cast bars, weight bars. While you're in the weight zone, that's just your turn coming up. Cast is when you actually hit it, you can use your skill. If you get hit while you're in the cast bar, like you seen earlier, your turn will get interrupted and you'll be pushed backwards, about halfway or so. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little less. I'd have to reconfirm. Essentially, later on, you can time your battles with your opponents and having an ally or so, and you can actually interrupt an opponent and kind of lock them in place, constantly interrupting its attack, and it is glorious. Feels cheap too. When you click on people, notice that little mantis bug thing there, how it's holding its face. That kind of stuns them. When it does that, it stuns them so you walk past them like that. It's a tactic you'll be using. As well, you can do it so that way you can get the surprise attack. So, see this, bam, it goes into battle. I'm only showing you the last hit there, but when you do a surprise attack, you actually get one attack at the very beginning, very helpful. There's level up. So yeah, that's the skill trees. There's 3 of them, or I should say 1 tree, 3 branches. I noticed that each branch kind of focuses on a particular skill. Like that one down there is Light Ray, 10% chance of killing a targeted dark creature and does a bunch of damage. I'll kind of dig more into that a little bit later on. I just kind of want to give you a little quick example of what it looked like. And let me see, here we go. I was kind of still learning how long they get blinded and stay blind. So this is an idea of the surprise attack that I was speaking of earlier. I'm going to use a skill here. Let me see. Light Ray. This is the long cast one. Does a lot of damage, 10% chance to kill dark enemies. As you can tell, I was clicking and holding on top of them. His weight bar down there was showing a little blue circle, the wisp, firefly. And what that was is essentially slowing down his turn, I'd say like a little more than half. It feels pretty slow when you watch it. I haven't really timed it yet, but it's pretty good. It's quite handy. It adds a little, I guess you'd say, a little more engagement for us when we play this game as well, instead of just waiting for our turn, clicking attack, clicking slash, and going. Alright, killing blow right there. Bam. As you can tell, I'm one-hitting everything because I'm amazing. Really? Alright, and every time you level, you'll get a skill point, from what I've seen so far. Seem pretty consistent, so I'm guessing that's how it is throughout the whole game. You can click so we can make a bigger, brighter glow while you're walking around so you can see in the dark. You can see from like the layout there was actually more than one creature. I don't think there was 2 in that battle. And later on, not too far from the beginning, you actually get the ability to fly around. And at that point, it makes the game, I don't know if I'd say so much better, but man, I love it. I love being able to go wherever the hell I want. So, that's kind of a perk. Okay, push the crate. So much exciting puzzle, platforming action right now. And say there's creatures out there you can't reach yet, but you can once you have fly. And there I kind of screwed up the surprise attack, but we all make mistakes. So you kind of level up quickly at the beginning, that's for sure. A little bit after it gets a little more difficult, and you'll see. And you can probably tell when I do my skills, right now I'm literally putting a point in every tree one by one, mainly because I didn't really read the skills over. I kind of wanted to play the game, and I didn't really feel like editing too much. And, well, that's pretty much the end of the video, guys. Next part, you're going to see a little boss battle. Pretty exciting. I actually get very lucky because I'm terribly underleveled. So tune in, hope you enjoy it, and I'll catch you next time.